like to actually do as a historian, this is going to sound a little bit morbid just so you guys know, what I would really like to do is exhume a body from the 1900s and then exhume a body from 2000 and look at what the body decays, what the decay looks like, and what we've actually done to ourselves by what we eat.
Yeah.
Some of the preservatives that are in our food, I want you to know, I would choose the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. So if you have a sweet tooth, go ahead and visualize over there. But like I told you, I'm a fried food junkie. Right here, Doritos.
Very.
The sodium nitrates are found in our ham, our processed lunch meats. I thought if by feeding my children lunch meat that I was doing something good. But if you look at the bottom of that, there's sodium nitrate. That increases our risk of cancer, deoxygenating of the blood, vertigo, skin rashes, and more. Those are just some of them. Then we have sodium chloride. This is in our cheeses, our meats, our canned vegetables, our ketchup. It causes kidney problems, water retention, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, some stomach cancer, and migraines. How many of you wake up with a headache? Have a headache by the end of the day? What are you putting in your body? Still bad? This was mine and Brian's battle. Is it smarter balanced, or should it be butter? Hydrogenated oils are in our butters. Not our butters, but our fake butter. I don't know what to call it anymore.
Margarine.
Margarine. There you go. Yeah, butter or margarine. Yeah. So one of the most common food preservatives, it's in almost everything. It's been chemically manipulated over time, so that way things have a longer shelf life. It's harder for your digestive system to break down the food, and your body doesn't recognize the trans fats, so they're stored and cause you to pack on the pounds. This is our number one reason why we're gaining weight, is because of all these hydrogenated oils. A good replacement for the hydrogenated oils would be like an applesauce. So if you're making something that calls for oil, and you don't want to use olive oil because you're afraid that it's going to make it too oily, then supplement that with some applesauce.
Coconut oil works too.
Coconut oil, yeah. Nitrates and sulfates, they're commonly found in our meats. Don't cry, ladies, our wine. Yeah. That's good. My husband's not paying attention. And other processed foods that attack your digestive system and make it difficult for your body to absorb the healthy things that we need to in order to go.
Oh, I'm going to check this.
And there's still more hiding in our foods and drinks than we think. Ruby, do you have that pop?
Yes. Here is our can of Mountain Dew. And this is actually a regular can of pop. This is a sugar, how much sugar is in it. We broke it all down in one of your handouts. It shows you how much sugar. Did you guys get to that page yet? How much sugar is in pop. And this is how much is in Ocean Spray orange juice. That's a lot of sugar. Apple juice, orange juice, the things we think that are really healthy for us. So Mountain Dew has more than this actually. This is just a regular can of pop.
One of the ways I was told to kind of visualize it is for every gram there is, imagine a packet of sugar. So if it says 23 grams of sugar, there's 23 packets. So
Yeah.
it's kind of...
Yeah, it's like a teaspoon, I think.
And a yogurt right here, which most of us would go for because we're trying to eat better. But the yogurt, I don't know if you can see it, but it's up to here with sugar. That's how much sugar's in it. And it's because it's non-fat. So when they're taking the fat out, they have to replace it with they have to replace the taste, so they just add more sugar into it.
So you give your kid a yogurt and a sandwich, okay, and maybe a juice, and then you say, oh, you ate all your lunch, so let's go ahead and give you some apple rings. Wow.
As a treat, you earned it. You ate healthy all day
That's a
long.
lot.
So, what does this all have in connection? Go ahead and skim those. 80 million people have some form of heart disease. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men will have cancer in his or her lifetime. Over 20 million children and adults have diabetes. 64% of us are overweight. Our national health care expenditures were $2 trillion in 2005 at $67,500 per person. That's a lot. And why are we unhealthy? It's because of poor food choices, not drinking enough water. My daughter just learned in 6th grade that if your stomach growls, it doesn't mean you're hungry, it means you're thirsty. I was so excited when she came home and said that. I'm like, oh, I better get some water right now, because my stomach's growling. So, isn't that cool? 6th grade, if your stomach's growling, you're not hungry, just get something to drink. Yeah. Lack of exercise. We get busy with our lives. We're going on the go constantly. We're taking care of our kids. We're taking care of each other. And we don't make time for ourselves, and we have stressful lifestyles. So, environmental factors. Now, it's raining outside. I can't go outside and run. You know, we always have something that's going to help us stay unhealthy. Sleep deprivation. You're tired, you need a nap, you don't want to exercise. How many times have I read on Facebook, should I take a nap or should I run, right? And approach to medicine. This is huge. This is huge, and this is what Amanda was talking about too, with giving her kid medicine, giving my husband high blood pressure medicine. Our whole thing is treatment instead of prevention, medical. Let's make some money off of it. The U.S. government spent billions trying to find a cure for heart disease, cancer, and other diseases. It's a moneymaker. It's a moneymaker. So their conclusion, disease is easier to prevent than it is to cure. But if we were all eating healthy and making better food choices, what would that do to their profession? So this is where I come to back to the beginning. Eating healthy and living is a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. It's directly related to our physical health and emotional health right there. What you're going to get from us is we're going to be promoting these principles of clean eating small meals 5 to 6 times a day, eating every 2 to 3 hours, and Ruby's going to speak to this in just a moment, drinking at least 2 liters of water, always eating breakfast. I'm looking at some of my people that have been on my team before. Always eating breakfast, because I get to know what you eat. Avoiding white flour and sugar. And that's hard. Remember I told you I was drinking 3 vanilla lattes a day? A way to do it is just slowly cut it out, because what your primary goal here is a lifestyle change. It's not going cold turkey. It's not. It's making that change for you so you can sustain it. So I would cut it down, and slowly I went from having 2 shots. Do you know how much sugar, how many shots of vanilla they put into one of those drinks? They put 2 shots right there. So what I would do is I would just cut it down to 1.5 shots, and then cutting it down to 1 shot, and then cutting it down even more, and then supplementing it with raw sugar. Sounds good, right? It is. It actually is good. And then sticking to proper portion sizes. I'm not kidding about having the T-bone steak and having a whole, because we're meat and potato people, having a whole pork steak and eating that up, but that's not really proportionate to where we should be eating. A portion size for meat is really like the size of your palm. It's a deck of cards. So it tastes good, yeah, that's great. Have the other half of it be something, a salad or a fruit.